like boobies. You like boobies. Vicky likes boobies.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Now, are there any damn questions?
Have you any idea what the street value of this mountain is?
This is a nice fish, you know? Big fucking eyes, but a nice fucking fish.
No topic is too absurd. No is too asinine. Nerdy Jersey's finest, this nerdities is coming in your ear holes. Print it. Hi, everybody. I am Mike.
Hi, I'm Justin.
I'm Kyle. Vin. I'm Dancing Joe.
Oh.
You better get up and dance then. You can't make a statement like that or not. I probably should have brought this up in advance, but I kind of feel like I should be last in the queue now. You still have seniority. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's what I deserve if I'm not going to be on every week.
Yeah, you have seniority, though.
Time served.
You're also, like, a board member, technically.
I mean, Yo-R-E-D. Hey-o, wordplay. Hey.
So,
Yeah. Wild and crazy guy.
on the last episode that we just ended, I mentioned to the adoring fans that we have to go to ProWrestlingTees.com. Because we switched t-shirt shops, because TeePublic and the one we were on prior to that, just Redbubble or whatever the fuck it was, just not good. Now, we stated on the new episodes last week, right? We came back from break. We did 2 episodes, and we were like, we're back on ProWrestlingTees.com.
Mm-hmm. All facts.
All facts. Yesterday, made a fucking t-shirt sale already
There you go.
on ProWrestlingTees.com.
That's good.
Now,
This isn't just him doing a victory lap, though. You know there's another side to this.
we're just gonna walk through some numbers.
Wait,
here.
are all the shirts, like, Can't Stop the Rope Drop shirts, are also on
They're
Wrestling
not.
Tees?
They're not. They're on Teespring, but Teespring gives much more money than the other ones we're giving. It's close to Pro Wrestling Tees, but not as much as Pro Wrestling Tees.
Okay.
So, remember, there was a time a few years back where, like, I was happy with Pro Wrestling Tees because we were making money, right? And then you guys were like, I really want it on fucking hoodies. Like, well, let me ask. And they're like, no, you don't sell enough shirts for us to, like, warrant you having the hoodie option. And you're all like, oh, that's fucking stupid. And then, like, stupid listeners were like, I'd totally buy a fucking sweatshirt. Okay, fine. We'll fucking change t-shirt shops and blah, blah, blah. And I listened to you, and we changed, and we sold a couple on the first one, but we made like $8. And then we found another shop, TeePublic, and we're like, oh, well, at least they advertise on social media platforms, blah, blah, blah. And we sell, in the entire run of the last year on TeePublic.com, one shirt. One shirt that I bought. And we made $2 fucking on it.
It's crazy. Not like a good deal. You basically gave each one of us 50 cents.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Now, we sold one shirt so far this year on Pro Wrestling Tees. And we made $15.
Nice. I feel like that's almost as good. It's almost as good as what we did the last 2 years.
Feels better.
I don't know. Is it? I'm not very good at math.
So,
all I know is we would have made more if it was a hoodie. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, we would have. We would have made more of this hoodie. But
I thought part of his smugness was going to be, oh, because we sold this one shirt, we have now sold enough shirts to include hoodies. And if we were made on their website, we would have had hoodies 2 years ago. That's what I thought his smugness was actually going to be.
I wish. None
You
of my,
never canceled the account, right? You just kind of froze it?
yeah, I froze everything. You couldn't find us on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I completely canceled TeePublic.
Just fuck that shit.
Yeah. They're like, oh, really? What's your reason for leaving? And I wrote like 4 paragraphs.
Love that.
But all this to say that going forward, Justin will be making all the decisions for everyone because I know what I'm talking about. You all are
That's not really
stupid.
how it works.
You all are stupid. Hail
The good news
Hydra.
is I'm not going to be here to argue with you every week anymore. So,
Hail
I'll
Hydra.
leave that to these 3.
This is the year of Grand Lord Justin. Bask in my glory.
Very strategic.
Unified.
Oh,
So this is day 1 and you're a dictator? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
dick something.
Yeah. The unified front of Team Provin does not kowtow to the likes of you.
Too late.
We are one.
You've already bent the knee. You didn't even know.
Never. We would never bend the knee, dude.
Look at
We're
your
like
knee.
the
Look at
hound
your
in
look
the
at your
mountain.
knees right now. Look at your knees right now. They're bent on the side of the couch, aren't they?
They're not actually.
Bent the knees.
I'm on a little reclining thing right
No.
now.
Too late.
He's
man.
not bent.
Too late. It's fine.
Sitting down. Total. Look at this masculine posture. Look at you with your feminine posture. You think I'm
I
gonna
say,
kneel to you?
I say to all of you listening, acknowledge me.
And then someone would shout, "Acknowledge these nuts!" Yeah. And then they would throw a rotten tomato at you and say, "Feed your people."
I feel good now.
He's a medieval king now?
I'm glad you feel good, because that's all that's ever mattered in this company. Is when you feel good.
I watched Man in the Iron Mask the other night with Megan, so that part sticks out in my head. D'Artagnan just rolls up on that rioting crowd, and he's like, "What's up?" And they're like, "The food's rotten." And they throw the food at him. He slices one in half, and pokes the other one midair. Takes a bite. It is rotten. I'll talk to the king myself. That's me. I'm D'Artagnan. I am so D'Artagnan.
Cool story, bro. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Happy that went somewhere.
We were all fucking entertained, for sure.
Any more scenes from the movie that stuck out?
Yeah, at the end I got emotional when D'Artagnan takes a bullet and he's like, "I've never felt pride as a father until this very moment," and then he died.
Who was D'Artagnan in that one? Was that...
Viggo Mortensen,
no. Pretty sure no.
the other guy.
I'm really sure Viggo Mortensen's never been a musketeer.
He's got a Viggo Mortensen type name. It's very European.
Viggo Mortensen kind of person.
And then John Malkovich and Jeremy Irons and that French guy that was in like 2 other movies.
Joao Depardieu.
Yeah,
He was in Bogus.
there you go. Bogus, and that one where he's like, isn't it like, didn't he have to like pretend to be his daughter's boyfriend or some shit?
No, it was green card. He had to be married to a chick,
Yeah.
pretend to stay in the country.
He was also
Right.
in. He was also in The Holiday, right? Or no, not The Holiday. Queen Latifah movie. She's dying.
Last holiday?
That's it.
Taxi with Jimmy Fox and that guy.
Fallon?
Yeah.
And he also pissed in the galley of an airplane.
Yeah, it should happen.
Gerard Depardieu has one of probably the most recognizable profiles in all of acting.
Round.
His face looks like a caricature of itself.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like he was born to play, what's his face? From, God, I can't. Now I'm having a fucking Joe moment.
Hagrid?
What?
Like a French Hagrid?
No.
Somebody with a big fucking face.
Yeah. Fuck, why can't I think of that? Remember that Steve Martin movie
That's
with
funny.
Sam?
Cyrano?
Cyrano, thank you. It's like he was born to play Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah.
That fucking joke. It wouldn't even have been that funny a joke if I said it. It would have been a fucking statement of fact.
I always
It
hoped.
took 2 minutes.
I always hoped if they made a Beetleborgs movie, he was the Flabber.
Flabber?
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah.
It's just,
You guys got to move into your Beetlebugs. We got to go do this thing over there. We look at these tits on this lady over there. I am
Sure.
Pepe Le Pew.
George, why'd you take this road? I needed the money.
Dude, if he was in his prime of acting right now, tell me he wouldn't play Pepe Le Pew
Oh fuck yeah.
in like a live action.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes movie.
I like how Joe got really quiet after I went on my tangent about the shirts.
I don't like it. I like Talkative Joe.
I did too.
I want him to be the actual druid.
But you all
You know what he's doing right now? It's actually a power move because he's like, Vin already said everything that needs to be said. I don't have to fucking listen to this shit.
So what you're saying is Joe's subservient to you and you do all the talking.
No, we're kind of like a passing the baton type of crew, you know, like, you know, sometimes I'm disgruntled and he does the talking.
But you just
It all
said,
depends.
but
It's
like
sometimes
you've
you
done
do good cop,
all
bad
the
cop,
talking.
sometimes you do bad cop, sometimes you do good cop, which we rarely do. Very rare.
Good cop,
But
good cop.
you don't go nowhere. That's just you being nice to people.
Yeah. You ever hear of Kill Them With Kindness?
No.
Team Proven, 2025. That's our motto.
Get more flies with honey, they say.
Yeah. Spoonful of
Right.
sugar.
Mm-hmm. Kill Whitey. Wait, this went off track.
No.
I can go for some peanut butter cups right about now.
Peanut butter cups.
I could eat a peach all day long. Alright, you want to do some show stuff?
Sure.
It's a lot of meandering.
I quoted a lot of movies there, just to fly.
We have personal stories. Is that how we open the show still, or did we change that?
Oh,
No, we still do them if we have them.
Yeah.
No. I kind of wanted to tell the tree story because I didn't tell you guys that yet, right?
No.
Okay. So, Justin, please don't interrupt. I know you have a chainsaw now. I know you live in the same town as me. Okay. So,
Like 4 minutes
when
away.
we were the day after Christmas, when we were at Uncle Doug's house, Matt and Joe got into a conversation and about what we were doing the following day. I guess they wanted to like try to do something together. And Matt said he was taking his tree down, so Jill asked him, "Hey, if you're taking your tree down, would you mind coming down to our house and taking our tree down? Kyle can come up to your house, and then you can come to our house, or like whichever order." And Matt was like, "Well, I don't need help with mine, but I'll come down to yours." So they planned it without me, and then came up to me and said, "Hey, as long as you're okay with it, Matt's going to come to our house tomorrow and take the tree down with you." And I said, "Okay, I would prefer if we did it with 3 people. I don't have a ladder because Jill's parents took the ladder because her brother got a new house, so he needed it.
I have 2 of those.
Okay, so I needed a 3rd person, a ladder, a rope, and a chainsaw. So those are all the things I didn't have. So Matt brought himself his chainsaw and a rope. No ladder, and my dad obviously wasn't there that night, and I didn't know what he was doing the next day, so I didn't have my dad come down with Matt, which I could have done. So it's just me and Matt in the backyard, but I'm thinking it's like a pretty slender tree, but it's really tall. It's like 30 feet tall. So I'm like, it's pretty slender, but I mean, if we have the ladder, we could just put the rope around it. So I'm like, we don't need 3 people. Like, as long as we get the rope high enough, like, one of us can cut, one of us can hold the rope. It's not a big deal. Well, because we didn't have a ladder, we couldn't get the rope high enough. We only got it about 9 feet off the ground for a fucking 30-foot tree. And so one of us had to cut and one of us had to hold the rope. If it fell like 180 degrees from where I was standing, it was going to fall on my neighbor's fence and shed. So I said, all right, it's my neighbor, let me take the liability, I'll hold the rope. So if it falls, we can say, I dropped the tree. Right? And it'll be my liability, and Matt will have no responsibility at all. And no one could say anything to him, like if my neighbor saw it happen. So I was like, okay. So I got construction gloves on, and I was holding the rope, wrapped it around my hands and everything. I walk back as far as the rope will let me walk back. And Matt starts cutting, and it's fine. It's like tight on my hands, but I have the rope in tension, and he's cutting, and it's fine. But I had, a couple days before that, pulled my back out, trying to chase Sadie around the house while I was wrapping presents. So my back wasn't great. And so I was like kind of like shifting a lot, like moving and everything. And then he goes, okay, it's ready to come down. So get ready, because it's going to come down. So he goes back with the chain, starts coming down. And immediately I realize that that the tree is going to pull me. Because like as he's cutting and it's starting to fall in the opposite direction, and I'm not enough weight to hold it because it's too tall. So it starts tugging at me, and my feet, which are like in a warrior stance kind of, I start to do a split because there's like mud and leaves in my backyard, and so I start doing a split, and so. To stop myself from doing a split and keep the rope in tension, I pull the rope as hard as I can to my chest, and I swing my right foot. So now my feet are parallel. So now I don't have any leverage on my back leg. So now all my leverage is in my back, which I already said I just pulled, right? And it's in like my calf muscles. So I'm like leaning back trying to hold the tree up while Matt's cutting it, and it's still... I feel it starting to jerk me forward. So I like am pushing myself back, and then my feet slide out from under me. Both feet at the same time. So I basically yank the rope back, and I fall. I do like a coffin drop onto the ground, and I'm holding the tree. And Matt sees me do that, and he realizes the tree it's standing straight up now, but he's worried it's going to fall on the fence. So he drops the chainsaw and runs to the other side of the tree, and he's holding it up in the air. And I'm basically, I have the rope tight to my chest, and I'm like leaning backwards down into the dirt so that it doesn't fall forward. Jill sees this, and we're probably holding it it felt like forever. It was probably like 2 minutes, really, that we were holding the tree. And Jill brings the girls down from taking a bath, sees us in the backyard, and runs out. And Sadie runs out behind her. And she goes, "Oh my God, what do you guys need me to do?" And I'm screaming, "Matt, I can't fucking hold this thing. I'm going to drop it." And so Jill stands in the middle. I say, "Stand in the middle of the rope." She holds the middle of the rope, and she's holding it. And I yell to Matt, "All right, we're going to pull it on 3. Matt, I want you to run around the tree and grab the rope in front of Jill." Because he was doing nothing, standing there. His hands were below the rope. Like, he wasn't going to be able to catch the tree if it fell in his direction anyway. You know what I mean? So I said, "Run on 3, run around the tree, and then we'll all reset and pull the rope together." But I couldn't stand back up because if I stood up, the rope would lose tension and the whole tree would fall the other way. So on 3, Jill and I yank it as hard as we can. Matt runs around. He gets a grip. We all re-grip it, and then we just yank it. We pull for about probably 10 seconds, and then the tree falls at me. And so Jill dives out of the way. Matt, the genius that Matt is running in the same direction that the tree is falling, just trying to outrun the tree, which he does. And then me, I'm laying on the ground with my hands wrapped up in the rope, and I can't stand up because the tree is falling at me. So I just roll to my side like this and cover my head like that. So I'm protecting my head from a 30-foot tree, and nothing else on my body is protected. Thankfully, the tree fell maybe, if I'm lucky, 4 feet behind my back. Probably closer to 3 feet, but if I'm lucky, it was 4 feet behind my back. Because Matt said when he pulled the tree, he pulled the rope and kind of yanked it in the direction away from where I was laying. So if he hadn't done that, the tree probably would have felt closer to on me. I probably would have gotten whacked by at least a branch or something.
You could use the third guy.
Yeah, probably. Or a fucking ladder. But anyway, the weird thing is, and this has never happened before, I've smashed fingers doing, construction work and stuff like that. I've never had, a pins and needles numbness for this long, because that was, 2 weeks ago that this happened? So, along the side of my hand here, and then behind my knuckles here, it's not noticeable, but when I touch that part of my hand, it's like a ghost feeling. I don't have full nerve reaction in that each of my hand. Because the rope was wrapped around my hand here, this way, and it was sliding here and here. But I realized after when the tree fell, I was holding it so tight, it ripped a hole in the inseam of my thumb. It ripped a hole through the construction glove I was holding. That's how tight it was wrapped around my hand. Yeah, so it was pretty, I would say, definitely top 10 scariest moments of my life, probably just outside the top 5.
Well, though, right? You dodged a tree.
Well, so, and I mean, like, Matt being Matt, immediately after it happened, I'm laying there, like, I can't fucking believe that just happened. And he goes, yeah, but we got the tree down, right? And I was like, we needed a fucking ladder. And he goes, did you die? We got the tree down, right?
Honestly, glass half full kind of guy.
Yeah.
You need that in those moments. Glass half full.
Just for future reference, have all those things you need.
Yeah, it's great.
Up the street. Just up the street.
I don't have anything you needed, but I probably, with my superior back strength and overall core strength, I believe we could have done it. I probably would have popped you up on my shoulders. You could have got the rope higher. You could have gotten around on your shoulders. I would have been at the bottom anchor, holding both of you up with my core, back, and legs easily. And we would have got as high as you needed.
So, but the funny thing about this, though, right, is Justin was at the event where it was discussed that they were coming over to cut it.
Yeah.
And just, like, obviously I was not involved in the discussion. They told me, like, at the end, when we were getting ready to leave, that this was going to happen the next day. So it was, I think you left before us, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It was after you left. But, like, obviously the conversation had happened while you were still there.
Yeah.
So while they were having it, they could have just told you.
Could've.
I mean, I could have called you that day, but Matt also got to my house an hour and a half earlier than he was supposed to.
Yeah.
So, like, I would have had to have known that he was getting there that much earlier to have called you in time. But
I mean, I didn't do anything that next day, so I was just here hanging out.
yeah, but it would have been like, I would have been like calling you and been like, hey, in like 2 hours, can you come help cut a tree down? And then called you back and said, hey, in 20 minutes, can you come? That would have been what happened had I done that.
You've heard the stories about like the shit my mother-in-law pulls, right?
Yeah. But
yeah,
I mean,
like,
I'm
fine.
a better person than she is. Anyway, but the other part of this is we went to my parents' house that night after we cut the tree down, and the first person that I tell the story to is Bobby, and he goes, why don't you just call me and Dad? We didn't do anything today. And I was like, motherfucker. Because, like, obviously Bobby is a landscaper. That's what he's done his whole life. How many fucking trees has he cut down in his life? You know?
2, 3.
Hundreds?
Oh, 200, 300. Okay.
What?
I said 2, 3, and you're like hundreds. Like, oh, 200, 300. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, if there was one, if I could have picked probably any one person to be on the middle of that rope, it would have probably been Bobby. And just, I told Joe, like, I would have just had to say, like, one thing to get him angry. I think the example I used to Joe was, hey, you know, I've always liked Michael better than you. And he would have just freaked out and yanked the rope, and the whole tree would have came down just from him. But so that's the most eventful thing that's happened to me since I've been gone.
It's a very personal story.
That's very good.
Yeah, nothing else quite on that level.
Glad you didn't die.
Yes.
Thanks. Me too. Most of the time. I'm glad I didn't die.
Right this minute, I'm happy I didn't die.
Yeah.
All right. Unless anybody else has anything personal to get to. No?
Yeah.
Very professional faces. Good. Let's do it. I have no casting. If you have something to cast away, cast away. Very light week for casting. Awesome. We do have some trailers. 4 trailers, if I'm correct. Am I correct? 5 trailers. I missed one. Okay, a working man. I'm going to start with a working man. Because Jason Statham needs to make a movie. He's been a beekeeper. He's been a mechanic. He's been fucking everything. And now he's a working man. Doing the same thing.
Does anybody else want to see Jason Statham in a Hallmark Christmas movie?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Boy, you know I love you, don't you? You don't have to go back to your small town. You can live here in the city. It's just as magical here in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, gunfight breaks out.
Oh, you want to do karate with me? You can't do karate with me. I'm the working man, and the working man's karate beats yours all the time. Governor.
So that's a working man. Awesome. The Lost Lands might be the most Paul W.S. Anderson thing that's ever existed.
Sure the fuck is.
If you watched any of the Resident Evil movies, you have been affected by Paul Dano.
I thought it was a fucking Resident Evil movie.
Well, Mila's back because I know you keep your wife happy, I guess.
Yeah.
Was that like an echo?
That was a weird echo.
It was very weird because that wasn't your voice.
No. Moving on. The woman in the yard looks creepy.
She sure does. I was hoping it was a sequel to The Lady in the Water.
You know you're never getting that. I got what you did there. And companion. Which one was companion? All these kind of blended together. Yeah, okay, what is that sound? We're getting demons.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're totally getting demons. Dude. In the meantime, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna have I'm gonna reach for a liquid death. Yeah.
Getting signals from the past? What's going
I
on
don't
here?
fucking know.
Does anybody remember which one companion is?
That's with Huey.
Yeah. He like jailbreaks his sex bot, and she ends up murdering him.
Okay. Alright.
Spoilers.
Now that is me. I heard that echo. Well, he's got 2 movies coming out soon, right? The one where he can't feel pain?
Novocaine.
And Sexy Sexy Killbot?
Yeah.
What was,
the other one was Dark Match.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot to save this. This looks silly. Is this the one? Is Jericho in this?
Yes, Jericho's in that one.
Okay. Is he one of the good guys, or is he one of the
I don't know.
All right.
I don't think
Not look like one of the good guys.
I don't think anybody in the movie's a good guy.
Even the promotion that comes to this place?
Yeah.
It is a promotion of wrestling.
Yeah. It looks like something.
Yeah. Nice schlock fest. You know they kind of already made that movie, though? I think Roddy Piper and Ric Flair made a horror movie or something.
There was a wrestlers versus like monsters battle royal thing.
Oh, like the wrestlers versus zombies, or was it
some shit like that?
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, this is a little more focused.
Kirk Angel was in that one.
Ooh. Only the A-listers. Okay, I've got 2 reviews. Well, obviously 3.
Question.
What happened?
Kyle's on the show. We're going to do a bit of the wrestling roundup thing.
Okay.
Do you want it before reviews or after reviews?
Yeah, get it out of the way now.
Okay. So, Kyle. Last time we talked about wrestling, it was prior to the streaming era for both companies. Since then, both have debuted. I've been able to watch both. Have you caught any of the stuff on the streamers?
Unfortunately, no, I have not caught anything on the streamers.
Okay.
Mostly because I do not have HBO Max.
What about the Netflix?
I do have Netflix. I just haven't watched anything on it.
Yeah. It looks prettier, for sure. Both of them.
Okay.
There's better quality. But other than that, nothing too much. Pentagon Jr., now going by Penta, made his debut on Raw last night against Chad Gable. They went about like 10 minutes over between the match going over and then the promo Penta cut afterwards. And he got himself in a bit of hot water with the boys and ladies because, according to Backstage Choices, they had to cut time from everybody else's stuff. And since he was a debuting talent, they weren't very fucking happy about it.
How long did he go over?
10.
10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty long to go over.
That's a long fucking time over.
Who was in charge of the match? He's a debuting talent. He's not running that match, is he?
I put it on the ref.
Really?
But apparently he was ignoring all the time cues.
There's only so much prodding you can do to the guy for work.
So we'll see what happens there.
It's interesting. Like, I probably got to watch that match back because I respect Chad Gable's work a lot.
It's a good
and
match.
there was a period of time where Penta was my favorite wrestler in AEW, so I really got to give that guy some respect and watch his debut.
It's a good match. In this era of streaming stuff, the announced teams were moved around for WWE, and Corey Graves got booted to NXT. Well, today he went on social media and he's like, I've got a lot to say tonight on NXT. And then shortly after that, he put out a tweet where he's like, someone called him out. And he's like, how about being pretty much told that you're not good enough to do your job, even though you've been like the key player doing it for the last like 15 years. And Corey Graves is not calling any action on NXT tonight.
It's pretty unfortunate because like the way he worded that tweet, it definitely sounded like he was taking shots at maybe not a person specifically, but definitely like the mentality of the front office to keep a certain person in their spot. So like
Yeah,
he wanted to be a wrestler, got injured, was told he can't wrestle anymore, wasn't his choice, like, and then he became an excellent announcer, and then somebody who is not necessarily associated with the wrestling world, was never even really wrestling adjacent, Pat McAfee, comes along and is a very different type of commentator. And but I like them both, but I just think the way his tweet was worded was specifically calling out them prioritizing Pat McAfee because of how famous he is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, at first it sounded like it was a work. But then, like, he got pulled from the fucking show. So, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
And the last bit of wrestling stuff I want to touch on real quick is, this is the first time in a real long time that I can't see who they're going to have win the Rumble and what their fucking WrestleMania plans are. And, like, in no small part does that land on The Rock for blowing up at least two major storylines when he came out at the debut of Raw on Netflix. It was like, I love Cody Rhodes. I love everybody. Oh. Yikes. But, like, as of right now, Punk, Seth, McIntyre, and Roman are all in the Rumble.
If it was, I mean, so was Mania? Wait, Mania's in April, right?
Yes.
So
Fucking
it's not
Easter.
This is
Easter weekend.
there are only two pay-per-views between now and WrestleMania, right?
Yes.
And it's an Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
So I would storyline wise, I think it would be cool to have somebody like Roman eliminate Punk at the end of the Rumble, but also I don't really want to see Roman win the Rumble.
I have a interesting scenario for you.
Okay.
Those four names undo themselves, right? They, like, some of them will eliminate each other, the other ones will just have beaten each other so bad that Braun Breaker is able to get rid of them, and he wins the Rumble.
I think that would be a huge pop if Braun Breaker won the Rumble.
Because there's really no point in wasting the Rumble win on any of those 4 guys.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's true. I wouldn't. Well, I think we previously talked about the most effective way to do the storyline for Punk is he gets right to the finish line at the Rumble and gets screwed, gets right to the finish line at Elimination Chamber and gets screwed, and then calls in his favorite to Paul Heyman for his match at WrestleMania.
Heyman can call in a favor, but Roman's not a champ.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a favor against Roman, right? It has to be a favor in general. Like Punk, just his favor from Paul Heyman that he gets is Paul Heyman gets him a match, a spot in the main event at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but I don't think Paul's got the pull to storyline wise to put him in a title match that doesn't involve
Roman.
Yeah.
So what? But what if Roman wins one of those two things?
Oh,
and become
Cena's also in the Rumble.
Who?
John Cena.
Okay.
And I have a crazy theory where they did 31 entrants a while back, right?
Okay.
Rock comes out as 31.
As the final boss.
And he wins the Rumble. And it's Rock Cody.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. It being Rock Cody, but ultimately what I think is going to happen is Punk is going to get his main event at WrestleMania, but it's going to be a triple threat match.
I don't think his ego will allow it.
It's obviously it's not going to be up to him, but I think that's the most sensible way to do it. One person wins the Rumble and challenges for one title. One person wins the Elimination Chamber and challenges for the other title. Then Punk calls in a favor and gets added as the third person for one of those matches. But yeah, I have no idea, like you said, who. I don't really even have a guess. Braun Breaker is probably as good as any. I don't think I could come up with a better one than that. But I would be pretty pissed if The Rock won the Rumble.
That's why I think it's the highest odds of happening.
Probably.
All right, that's our wrestling talk.
I feel like you got that out of your system.
Yeah. Reviews.
Reviews then. Watched Batman versus the Ninja Turtles or meets the Ninja Turtles. I don't know what the name of it is, but yeah, it's out there. And it fucking rules.
What is it on?
I found it on Plex.
Oh.
I've heard about it before. I saw a couple clips from it. There was one I saw on Facebook. It was Batman fighting Shredder. And I was like, oh yeah, holy shit, I forgot this exists. I gotta watch it. And if you like either of those, you should watch it. If you like both of those things, you should definitely watch it. Because it does a great job of understanding what works for both universes and messing with it on both sides. Like, pretty much every member of the Rogues Gallery, all the important ones, get mutated.
When the fuck did this come out? Oh, right? 2019.
Mm-hmm. It's not that old. Great voice cast. Unfortunately, they didn't go with Conroy. I would have loved that, but I think it's Troy Baker. It is a great job.
What'd you watch?
Batman meets Ninja Turtles, or Batman versus Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Batman versus the Ninja Turtles.
Didn't you watch that with me and James?
No, I'd never seen that before.
No. Well, James and I have watched it.
Pretty freaking great.
It's great.
Yeah. Downright damn excellent. Inside Out 2, as I teased on a previous show that you'll hear after this. Yeah, that's how it works. I'm kind of jealous of kids today in a way. I don't usually say that much. Most of the time it's like, oh yeah, it was better for us. But if we had movies that illustrated concepts like these two movies so far, it would have been so much easier growing up.
Sure.
The way they illustrate the notion of anxiety taking over at puberty, and I didn't even realize that was going to be like, anxiety was going to be the villain of this thing. Spoiler alert, Joe, but you'll forget by the time you actually watch these movies. Anxiety's the problem, and that makes sense, because anxiety really is the problem in life. And not just a really great allegory for the way the mind works, but fucking hilarious, too. The scene where the thought police end up locking themselves in the vault is one of the silliest things I've ever seen, and it's just pure goofy beauty. I don't know why I fucking drug my feet with this for so long, but yeah. Happy I eventually saw it.
I likes it.
Anyone else have anything to get out of there? We got out of the way before we touch on Skeleton Crew.
Me.
Yeah, I watched a show called Kaleidoscope. Have you seen this? Have you heard this?
What's it on?
It's on the Netflix. It's with the guy from Breaking Bad. The black dude. What's his name?
Giancarlo Esposito?
Yeah, maybe the Latin dude.
He's actually half black, half Italian.
Esposito, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, it's a heist show. And we watched one episode, and I looked at her and I was like, that just reminds me of the Rick and Morty episode about heists. So I immediately popped it on. And I'm done with the show. I can't do it.
Bitch, I'm out.
Yeah, they're all the same.
I love a good heist.
Yeah, everyone loves a good heist, but it was very like, I don't know, not great.
Kind of by the numbers, if you're comparing it to that Rick and Morty episode, which is every trope about heist movies ever jammed.
Every trope.
Episode.
Every single trope. Like I'm out. Decent characters, but I was like, whatever. I don't think we watched anything else.
I don't think Joe had one. Justin, you're chomping.
Joe definitely has one that
Does he?
him and I have been watching. And now that he's sitting back down, I will talk about it. Creature Commandos.
Oh, yeah, Creature Commandos.
See? The finale was really fucking good.
Oh, yeah, it was.
That's upsetting.
That was upsetting. I was really... Yeah, I was hoping for something happy to come out of this season.
It makes sense about that character, though, not going on.
Right. But now we have another character joining the Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
The internet ruined part of the princess's story arc for me.
Okay.
I know how she's involved. I think I'll eventually finish it, but I really did. I watched the first episode. I was like, all right, this is decent enough, and then completely stalled out.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it is really good.
I also watched 2 movies. Ashley and I watched It Ends With Us. The Blake Lively movie that's caught Hollywood on fire. Oh, bad joke. Bad joke. Bad joke.
Bro, that's uncalled for.
I'm sorry.
So are you saying it's it's a DEW?
DEW?
Are you saying this movie or show is a DEW, a direct energy weapon? Is that what you're calling this?
I'm gonna say that I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen him in anything else or anything he has directed. But he looks like a cunt.
Which? This dude that she's butting heads with?
Yeah. Because he's her co-star.
Okay.
And, like, he plays a cunt in the movie.
Justin Baldoni.
That's it. He's very douchey in the movie. Like, from the get-go. Mike Giannone and Hunter and myself had a good conversation about this movie on Saturday. Well, Vinny was standing in the corner looking all sexy like he does. We're just like, yeah, it's not great. It's not a great movie. Like, I hope for her sake that everything she's claiming happened. Because, like, if this is the movie that you're going to go out of your way to be like, I had a terrible time on set and he was abusive and sexually whatever. Like, you could have picked better movies.
Did you hear that that Baldino guy is now suing Disney and Marvel?
Yeah. Because of...
apparently, there might have been some inspiration for Nice Pool from him.
Sure. I just figured Nice Pool was like nice Ryan Reynolds, but whatever.
Yeah. I didn't think it was a dig on someone, but then when you look back on it, with that mentality, yeah, I can see it. And that's a pretty benign dig. It's hard to really sue.
Yeah. He's got no
You just didn't think... I kind of just thought it was like a mockery of like a whole type of person.
That's what I felt,
yeah,
too.
it's just, it's fine. Whatever. But yeah, I didn't really like it. The pacing of the movie is very odd. Like, it's very jumpy, and apparently so is the book, but, like, you only spend a few minutes per each time jump, and it gets frustrating. We also watched Carry On Netflix.
Oh, is that that's the one with Jason Bateman?
Yes,
intimidating?
And Taron Egerton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Jason Bateman succeed in being intimidating?
I mean, I don't know if it's him who's intimidating so much as, like, the scenario and what he's capable of. Because he's not working alone. Spoilers. But, like, he's the main piece of shit. But, it annoyed me, this movie, because they, like, started with Christmas music, and then there's, like, a shot of a fucking Christmas tree, and then everything else that happens has nothing to do with Christmas, because it's just, like, stopping a chemical weapon from getting on a fucking airplane. And then they finish the movie with Christmas music.
So what you're saying is within 5 years this is going to be a Christmas classic?
I guarantee you people are going to be like, I love this as a Christmas movie.
We're going to go down this road again?
I'm being fucking serious though. Like, it's not even, I'm not trying to stir up the whole Die Hard thing, but it's like they bookend it with the music, but it had 0% to do with shit inside of the fucking airport. Other than, like, it's LAX and it's busy because it's a holiday. But it's also LAX, so it's always busy. And to be fair, this LAX was not nearly as busy as the actual LAX.
It was movie LAX?
Yes.
It was either way busier, like cartoonishly, or empty because you needed it to be logistically.
Yeah. So, it's alright. And I started watching the new Dragon Ball series, Dragon Ball Daima, on Crunchyroll. And I dig it.
It's good. Don't they all turn into kids?
Yeah, but there's there's reasons.
That's cool.
Yeah. The animation is so pretty.
I like the old animation. Call me old school.
Listen, that's fine, but when you see it and they the beginning of it is running down the Boo saga and watching it with spanking new animation it's fucking tight.
I get it.
And that be my reviews with the exception of
The Cruise.
yeah.
Kind of sad. There's only one more episode left, and I'm not saying that I want to rush through what we're doing right now, but as soon as we're done, I want to watch it.
Yeah, the episode's 40-something minutes, the last episode.
It's a bit tight, but given where they've ended the last one, they don't exactly have a lot of time to wrap this thing up.
Remember we were talking about Goonies and Peter Pan? Peter Pan's right out the window, by the way.
Not much Peter Pan left.
No.
No, I totally was. I was on the Peter Pan train too with Smee, and I'm like, oh, okay. But Jod, there's no redeeming him.
And very little potential left for redemption. Well, let's face it, Anakin killed a lot of kids.
Yeah.
He
All
did.
John did was hold a knife to one's neck.
He threatened the family.
But he ended the episode threatening everybody.
Yeah.
So how many of us are convinced that the supervisor or whatever the fuck it is some legacy character?
I think the supervisor's a droid that is still on the old programming, thinking the Republic is coming and all that stuff, and never
sense.
updated everything.
I've heard someone pointed out who the supervisor is. It's being played by Stephen Fry.
Right. Yeah.
So sure, it could be. That's a perfect face to put under a bunch of silicone. It's a perfect face to just be a British guy, but it's an even better voice to be a droid. So I agree with that concept.
But I do think we are going to get a legacy character in this episode probably from the Republic.
He's kind of forced.
Someone's got to. Is someone going to save him, or is it going to end on a cliffhanger?
They want another season. Producers already said that.
They're not
Doesn't necessarily have to do with anything with him, but
They're not going to cliffhanger it.
I just really want to know if we're going to get any kind of history for him. I want to know his backstory. I want to know if I'm right about who I think he is.
That's where I think this episode's going to be. I think it's going to be mostly his backstory, and then it's going to cliffhanger.
I'll be really annoyed if it's 20 minutes of his backstory in a flashback, and then the story wraps up real rapid. It wraps up Doctor Who style, where it's really quick, and then the last 15 minutes is people interacting and saying goodbye.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go on another adventure. Something's going to happen.
Oh, Manhattan's shutting down. That whole thing, something's coming to an end.
So here's another theory too. All those Republic credits are there.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of the Republic coming to save them, it's one of the defectors of the Empire. And this is how the First Order gets funded.
Could be.
No, timeline wise, isn't this after?
No.
This is
Essentially the same time period as Mandalorian.
yeah, and Ahsoka and all that. Yeah. If you look at the timeline Disney Plus has, Star Wars in timeline order, this is right after Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But
I think they're going to stick the landing. We only have one left.
I hope so. And
They haven't fucked us so far.
after we finish this, that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. If there's no other reviews, I will jump right into news with a Star Wars related bit of rumor.
Okay, so yeah, this is after the Galactic Empire falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one of the characters in there, one of the pirates, has shown up in The Mandalorian.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Rumor has it that Ahsoka season 2 may feature Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan.
In a flash.
Confirm this is casting.
Force-
Could be flashback.
Force
could be
Ghost,
Force
bitch.
Ghost.
Come on, Joe.
Okay.
Don't say you wouldn't fucking like it. You
No,
know.
I'm all for it because I know Anakin is going to be a major part in this. Oh, we totally fucked up casting, by the way.
No, you did, Joe. What'd you do?
Fucking Balin Scroll has been recasted.
Yeah. The unfortunate death of Ray Stevenson. That's an opening for season 2. The only good thing about this is that we know season 2 is in pre-production at least. They've cast somebody. The ball is rolling. I don't remember his name. You may recall him as the Hound.
Yeah.
I know I saved this one, so I should have some
too.
Rory McCann. I mean, as choices go, this is not a bad one. They look similar size, similar enough facial structure.
I always love hearing that voice, so I have no issues. But Ahsoka season 2 is supposed to happen after the Mandalorian Grogu movie.
It seems weird to me that anyone involved in that show would have anything to do with the storylines going on in Mandalorian Grogu. They seem to have gone such a different direction right now. Maybe they'd come back together, but it seems forced putting her or anyone else in that movie.
I agree, but so if this is the start of another trilogy, because it's Star Wars, we know they're all trilogies, and they say Thrawn is not the bad in this one, but I'd like to see a build because he's in the universe. He's in this guy. He's there.
Remember, these are all going to meet up a la Defenders for a thing.
In second or third movie.
Yeah.
Apparently, this Mando Grogu thing's not going to have anything to do with any of the other shit. It's going to be a kind of standalone thing. It'll be like that. He's going to be defending Rhoda the Hutt or helping Rhoda the Hutt from someone who's hunting him down.
Oh, what the bounty hunter?
Embo.
Yeah.
And there's a character voiced by Dave Filoni. So there's rumors out there that Dave Filoni made himself the villain of his own movie.
Yeah. Cute.
I don't think he's going to be the main antagonist. I think it'd probably be a tertiary guy. The only other news I have, they've announced how long Captain America Brave New World or New World Order, or same as that ever was.
Captain America 4?
Yeah, Captain America 4. It's going to be 1 hour and 58 minutes long. So.
Oh, nice. Tight.
Yeah, I knew you'd be happy with that one.
Yeah. I am.
Yeah. I think it's the shortest of the Captain America movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're now at Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in the MCU timeline order, which is right after Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4 months later.
Yeah. I forgot how much I really enjoy Guardians, the first one. It's been a bit since I've watched that. But I do like watching these movies in the timeline order.
It is cool.
It is really cool. Because, like, things click better this way. You're like, oh, yeah, that thing. Well, that makes sense.
Which is odd, since the filming order was designed to have all these notions click on its own.
Kinda. You gotta remember a lot of those end credits were, like, things that happened, like, in a previous story. So now those stories are kind of aligned where the end credits fall right into place where they should.
Yeah, in some ways, it's completely different.
Yeah.
You'll get Captain America, the First Avenger, leading into Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very different places on the production schedule.
Yeah.
Then going into Iron Man?
Pretty sure Iron Man at this point.
Yeah.
If you want to nitpick, Eternals is the fucking first one. But then again, hey.
True.
Yeah. Technically, yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's
everything I got.
That's your news? I only got a couple things then. No, the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks have been popping up left and right recently, and now it looks as if the system's reveal date and release window are the latest leakage.
I saw something. There was a big leak this week. Something about specs.
I don't know. I haven't seen the specs come out.
They're saying the rumor is the best handheld.
Yeah.
Be better than the Steam Deck.
Apparently,
question,
plans to... You were going to have a question?
Yes, the biggest question that I saw floating around is what's going to be the gimmick this time? Is it just going to be a prettier Switch? Are they going to keep doing the Joy-Cons? Like, what's going to be
it's pretty much just the Switch. It's a bigger, higher-powered screen.
Yeah, it's full HD.
Yeah, it's OLED.
Yeah.
Okay, so it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Better battery.
Yeah, better battery, and graphics-wise, they say it's on par with the PS5.
Yeah, the processor is pretty insane in this. It's just having the mobile processor.
Yeah.
I want one. Just give me a definitive date so I can fucking pre-order one.
Right. So they're saying that the info is all going to come out on January 16th this week. Coincidence? Because it's my birthday.
Oh, they did it all for you?
They did.
Very Damien.
Told you, it's the year of Justin is the god. Switch 2 may launch in May or June of this year. With a Mario Kart is said to be available for launch with a 3D Mario game following this holiday season. The Assassin's Creed Mirage and the Final Fantasy VII Remake are also supposed to be launch titles. So, we'll see what the fuck happens here. It is backwards compatible, but they are doing 4K upscaling for all the previous Switch games. So that's pretty cool.
I just want to play Zelda.
I fucking love the Zelda games, man.
You can't you?
I don't have a Switch.
Well, there you go.
That's why I want the Switch too.
Russo brothers explain they returned to direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars after Stephen McFeely told them his idea for how Secret Wars could work in the MCU. So, yes, apparently we are getting at least McFeely back with the Russos for these Avengers movies.
That's uplifting. Would like some Marcus in there. Keep this shit tight again.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming it'll drop into place. But it is based on that 2015 comic book run.
I'm so fucking psyched for that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking happy about that.
You thought Endgame was ridiculous?
Yeah.
Fucking 10 pounds in a 5-pound bag. They're going to throw everything at this.
Battle World!
They're going to put Chickless back in that foam outfit.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I came out with some really good pulls for this fucking that question.
Save it.
I want to see that Roger Corman suit traipsed out there.
I have a story about Jim Ross. And you might say, hey, wrestling was a few minutes ago. And I say, hang on.
That's exactly what I'd say.
So, Jim Ross tragically lost his wife, Jan, after she suffered serious head injuries in a road accident in 2017. Obviously, this was a terrible blow to the WWE Hall of Famer, and now he has revealed on his podcast that while he was mourning Jan's death, Tammy Sitch proposed moving in with him, telling him, quote, I'm a good girlfriend, I can cook, I'll take care of you in the bedroom. However, despite this tempting offer, Ross would turn her down, saying the troubled star, quote, ain't worth the trouble. I remember her offering she wanted to move in with me in Oklahoma at one time. Yeah, I'm a good girlfriend, I can cook, I'll take care of you in the bedroom, blah, 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 and we can have a great time. And I thought about it for like 10 seconds. No way in hell. I mean, I might be naive and lonely and heartbroken, but god damn it, I've already been down that road. I already saw what she was all about, and I wasn't going to bring myself into that dramatic aspect of my life, and I'm sure glad I didn't do it. A piece of ass is a piece of ass. What the hell? Ain't worth the trouble. I dodged a bullet there.
You sure that was JR and not Stone Cold saying that?
That was JR.
I read that. That is wild to me. I mean, like, all around.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing.
That story kind of blew my mind when I read it.
Yeah. And the last thing I got here, baby. I know Kyle's fucking excited. Food news.
Oh, I was gonna just say that I just found out Emery's still awake, so I got to balance. But let's see how shitty this is, and we'll see how long I stay on there.
It's not that long. Peeps has got another new flavor coming this holiday season.
Every week.
Cinnamon churro Peeps.
Wait, didn't we already go over this?
Did we do? I thought we did a cinnamon
We'll play it
churro
next
peep.
I don't think so, but all right, I'll
Yeah,
continue.
we totally did.
You weren't even on last week. Cookie Dough Bites has a strawberry Cookie Dough Bites coming for Valentine's Day.
What does strawberry have to do with Valentine's Day?
It's pink.
Chocolate covered strawberries. That's
Yeah.
something.
Chips Ahoy has new baked bites blondies.
Okay.
So it's like chunk of Chips Ahoy, I guess, but soft. Does everybody like Mother's frosted animal cracker cookies? The frosted ones, the pink and white.
I'm horrible.
Yeah?
I'm an OG.
Yeah,
I do like these.
Guy.
Well,
Yeah.
Mother's is putting out a Jurassic World crossover Dynamite Dinosaur cookies in blue and green dinosaurs with sprinkles.
That's too busy. I like my animal crackers simple.
Yeah, I want my Barnum and Bailey animal cracker box.
Dinosaurs.
It's in your blood.
Disney dropped a new snack, a Darkwing Duck chocolate creation called Mallard Cups. They are dangerously dark, chocolatey covered marshmallows shaped like a duck foot.
So I have been requested to bring some home.
Yes, you have.
Where do I? Is it in a confectionery I could get these, or?
You know it's probably in every friggin' store.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost positive they are in every candy shop now.
Okay. So.
You'll be able to get it in the Rock and Roller Coaster exit.
Next month, Wendy's is dropping a Thin Mint Frosty.
You know what? I'd like to try this.
Yes.
I would pull into a Wendy's for this.
Yep.
Drive through. Wouldn't get on my car, but yeah.
Popsicle and Disney are collabing for a bunch of character popsicles that you can get at home and on the ice cream truck. You can get Grogu on a stick. It's a mint and milk chocolate ice cream confection.
Oh.
Yeah. His clothing is the milk chocolate. His head is the mint.
I'm there.
Spider-Man, strawberry, blue raspberry, and lime.
Okay. I'm there.
Olaf, chocolate, vanilla, and caramel ice cream on a stick. Like its character face. And the Buzz Lightyear Rocket Pop, which is mixed berry, lime, and lemon.
I want a variety box in my freezer, and yes.
Sunkissed has new raspberry blood orange soda dropping this spring.
Just the name will always be off-putting.
What, blood orange?
Yeah.
Fucking delicious. If you thought that the strawberry cookie dough bites was going to be enough for February and strawberry flavored, you're wrong.
I thought it was. We can move on.
Great Value has new strawberry shortcake cereal. Fruity Pebbles is dropping a strawberries and cream pebbles. Strawberry vanilla Chex. Chocolate strawberry loaded cereal. Special K Strawberries and Cream, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch Strawberry. All dropping in February.
So they're trying to make strawberries and cream like the flavor.
That's the flavor thing right now for
The
Valentine's
strawberry
Day.
harvest this year was probably massive, or last year. So they had to do something with it. So they dehydrated most of it, and they're like, all right, what the fuck do we do with this? You know what? We put it in everything. Everything.
The cold winter did not affect the strawberry harvest.
Yeah, Mortimer and Randolph are trying to figure out what they can do with all their strawberries. You're going to be finding strawberry in fucking cigarettes. You're going to be finding it in tacos. Everywhere. Steak frites with strawberries on top.
Sinful Creations has got a whole line of strawberry cookies coming, motherfucker.
For some crazy reason, strawberries are cheap right now, you guys. I don't get it.
A couple new beverages coming out this year. We have True Moo has a Moana Strawberry Banana Milk. Again, with the strawberry. Simply Grape Juice is coming. Also, Simply and Gold Peak got together with Simply Gold Peak Peach, Raspberry, and Lemonade. And Gatorade has a limited edition flavor called Aqua Blast that will be dropping soon. And the last bit of food news I have here
Home stretch. Come on, boys. We can do it.
is Wonder Bread is finally getting into the snack cake game after a bajillion years of making bread. Wonder has got cream-filled confetti cakes, pecan cinnamon twists, brown sugar cinnamon donut sticks, and frosted mini donuts, all for your mouth holes to enjoy.
Okay. Wait, the last time I ate Wonder Bread.
It's pretty douchey of them to just get involved in the confectionery world out of nowhere. Should have stayed in their bread lane.
Yeah. Little Debbie's not going to like it. She's going to kneecap a motherfucker. Hey, Nugs. That's it. I only have douches and nerds.
I have none of neither.
No, okay. My Kyle Hauser, I'm going to need you to pay attention to this one. Okay, my douche of the week is one Michael Higgins for his wrestling entrance musics. Because I fucking hate him.
That's nice.
You wanted me to pay attention to that?
Yeah, I did.
You already told me that you thought he was douchey for that in person.
I know, I did.
Did you enter his house with music?
Did I what?
What happened? Did he enter your house playing?
No. It's for his wrestling D&D characters.
Okay.
They don't annoy me as much as James's because James put very minimum effort into doing it. I don't like them because they don't fit. But we'll see we'll see how it works. The world.
Yeah, they actually do fit. Like they exist in the world, so they're fine.
No, not the real world. I know they exist in the real world, Michael. Duh. That's how I put it on a Spotify playlist. Jesus. The world in which they're going to be used. I don't like it. But also my nerds of the week, or me and Mike. So you see, we've been writing the Justice League, and
coming soon.
We were like, we're pretty close to being done, and then one day in the shower, I was like, hey, we're calling it Justice League, but like Joe doesn't build a team. I was like, so we should probably fix that. And Mike was like, I hate you.
I said it.
Yeah.
What, while he's in the shower?
No. This was post-shower.
Okay.
I had this conversation. So then I'm like, we're going to need to rework it, though. And he's like, eh. So we've been going back and forth a little bit. And he's like, I think I found a way to fix it. I was like, okay. So I read it, and at first, it's definitely Lazy Mike. because you're just like, I'm going to fix a couple words and add a couple more words and ta-da. And like...
I wonder how this is going to get to you guys being nerds and not douches.
Yeah, hang on. And then, because I read it, and then I'm like, I fucking hate it. And then I shower again, where I do my best thinking. And I was like, you know what? If we just do this here and this there, everything he just did works perfectly. And we don't have to go and rewrite, like, barely 3 lines of dialogue. And we can still get the result we want. And it's because of our magic brain powers like that we are Nerds of the Week.
Sure.
Okay.
I was going through my notes, and I did find one that deserves another golf clap.
Yeah.
Shift Up is a video game developing company who created Stellar Blade. The game did so well this year, they bought all 311 staffers a PS5 Pro and gave them $3,400 bonus.
Nice. That's way better than like a bowl full of useless junk you're never going to use.
Yeah.
Or a pizza party.
Mm-hmm.
Or a hoodie with your Works logo on it. Thanks, Subbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Bravo for them, though.
All right, how do we sign off?
Right, as always, if you like what you hear, you can like us on Facebook.com/Nerdities. Follow us on Twitter at Nerdities. Email us at nerdities@gmail.com and check out nerdities.com. I don't even know if this is the proper sign-off anymore because I haven't been around.
It is. It's just I do it when you're not here. Supreme Leader Justin says, go over to ProWrestlingTees.com/Nerdities and buy more shirts because we've already eclipsed our sales from last year and the year before.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we have.
Not the year before.
Sure we have. The year before, we were on that other t-shirt site where we were only making $2 a fucking shirt, too.
Oh, you're saying in doll hairs. I thought you meant in products sold.
I mean, overall, we've sold more product on Pro Wrestling Tees than we have.
That's what you said.
But I did say it eclipsed already the last 2 years in which we were not on Pro Wrestling Tees. Dollar amounts. So again, because I'm right about everything, go shop there.
I'm so glad I don't have to be on here next week.
I won't be here either.
Oh shit, that's right. It's just me, you, and Vinny next week, Mike.
What's so shit about that?
I forgot Joe was here. I said, oh shit.
Yeah, but what's so shit about that?
That was just because I forgot.
I mean, you'd be like, oh yeah, oh darn, but like, oh shit, I gotta deal with these two.
Well, it wasn't like,
Honestly,
it wasn't a
Mike
negative
and Vinny
shit.
saying oh shit to that.
It was an
We
excited
have to
shit.
handle Justin between just the two of us?
Well, ooh, and it's the retrospective show, so I guess we have no choice but to use 3 people. You better pick a fucking series that you know he's watched. Oh, it's fucking great. Simple Creations by Justin.com. Get sweet treats, especially with Valentine's Day coming up. You're going to want to fill all your holes.
Giggity.
Check us out on YouTube.com, youtube.com/Nerdities. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things Nerdities because it's 2025 and a lot of stuff is coming. As mentioned, we have the final installment of the Joe Trilogy, the Justice League. We have the 2nd season of Nerd ETs. We have a Christmas special. We have another Halloween special. We have a feature film in the works. Oh, and also, we have live trivia.
Yeah.
Remember to ring that bell to get notified because when we go live, you'll get a little notification. Come join us. Win a prize. Have some fun.
Fun not guaranteed.
But what is guaranteed is when you're thirsty, reach and grab one of those liquid deaths and murder that thirst. Because we need money to do all this stuff. And if you out there want to see your name in lights as a producer, write to us at nerdies@gmail.com. We'll swoon. We'll talk about your business and or product. And I'm going to Disney World.
That trivia night that Joe's mentioning is on a special Wednesday edition of Nerdities. That is Wednesday, January 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern
I probably
Standard
should create that link right now.
That was your reminder to do that.
Yep.
Very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Very subtle. The opinions of Nerdy's crew are idiotic and ploy without but ratings would be far more insulting.
Because of the end of civilization, the Clamp Cable Network now leaves the air. We hope you have enjoyed our programming, but more importantly, we hope you have enjoyed life.